like this on the front of the board. Okay?
Yeah.
Because
There's no pin.
there should no water come up in the front. And when you fit the slot gaskets, in the front, it needs to be together or 1 or 2 millimeter overlapping. And in the back, but you will see other samples where I show you. In the back, here, you have that one and this one, 6 to 8 millimeter overlap. Then it's nice. And what you do, when you fit it, you take the first screws there, both upside down, make it longer. One person is grabbing you with pliers and pulls it really hard, and the other person is doing the screws. So when it's tight, it's closing better. It does this, and the flaps close. When it's too soft, it's just. On 9171, I think we can show it because we did that boat. Yeah. Okay, so take that board out.
Yeah.
And move the mast and put the other board in. We check again.
Yeah.
Okay. And we do the next one.
How thick? What about the thickness?
Okay.
So, but you're not aiming for thinner or thicker.
No, it has to fit in the case without movement, and thinner makes no sense because it gets too strong. Because it has to be strong enough you can stand on it.
Another one.
Don't think about it because nobody makes it. You can't buy it.
Yeah, I know.
It's too extreme, so I don't like it.
I have them all.
Yeah.
I have them all.
Yeah. So you don't want something extreme because you need to sail all around.
Yeah. But
Of course, this is good when it's windy.
yeah.
But Chris always just liked to sail when it's windy.
Yeah.
That was his idea.
Yeah.
And he was fairly useless in light wind. So
Okay.
yeah.
Holger, 90 degrees, do you measure to the upper part of the centerboard case, or
What?
when you decided 90 degrees?
Down.
If you have a zero,
Yeah.
you measure to the upper
No,
part of
I measure a 90-degree angle here to the front, but you can always move it. So, and when it gets stronger, of course, you move it backwards a bit.
But,
So, but the most vertical we have is about 90 degrees here. Is bringing it back a little so it does not jibe. That's the first thing. When you start planing upwind, no jibing. Because jibing means you pull it more square to your direction. So it creates more lift, you can point, but you have more drag. And drag is an E function of speed. So when you go faster, the drag is exploding. If you fly a plane and the plane wants to land, it's going flying really slow, and with very thin wings, it would drop down. So what do? When you're landing, you put out the landing flaps and make the whole plane, the wing of the plane, thicker and wider. So you are slow, but have enough lift not to fall down. And that's like a driving centerboard. You angle it more, 3 degrees, so that makes making it fatter, create more lift for pointing, but pay the price of more drag.
Do you pull it up a little bit before you start leaning?
No,
it
we don't put it up vertical. Just when it's really windy, we put it up. We can put it up vertical by one hole and make it shorter, like a dagger board.
We have 2 holes.
Yes, yes, yeah. So you can make it shorter, like a dagger board. But mainly we pull it backwards because you also rake the mast backwards, so the boat balance stays the same. No, we don't do it like this, of course. And when reaching, trapeze reaching, we don't go up like this. We keep it fairly low. Because if you power the boat more up and develop more power by not too small centerboard, you go faster. When you go faster, the apparent wind comes more from the front, then you also can go lower. So you have to power up. If it's too far back, the boat feels wobbly. So we just go about 45 degrees when we sit in the boat and go square down, yes. But when we go wire reaching, you want power. In really strong conditions, we nearly keep it. Now in super strong conditions, we also move it back not to be really overpowered, but in say 15 to 20 knots, we leave it very far down to have maximum power developed by the board to go fast and with the speed go low. Because now it's like skiff sailing with a Jenaka. It's not really like sailing with a symmetrical spinnaker any longer. We always reach fast and low. Unless we are just on the wire or square running. When you're just trapezing, and 10 knots is about the limit. Well, the limit is, it's easy to know. When you're full trapezing, the crew flat on the wire, upwind, then it's enough pressure to go reaching. When it's less, it depends. In waves, you try it. In flat water, no. In flat water, when it's gusty, lake sailing, go deep, deep, deep with the gust and stay in the gust. If you sail too high, you sail out of the gust. So lake sailing is different to coast sailing. Coast sailing, waves, is earlier reaching because otherwise you get really slow downwind if you're square running. And then you try to go for the speed and pass the waves. But normally the rule is full trapezing upwind is enough breeze to go reaching with spinnaker. In everything in between, like 9-10 knots, is super difficult. A heavy team would go square, a light team can reach earlier. So that's where I always had an advantage sailing with a girl skipper. We could always pass when we started reaching and the fat boys were sitting in the boat.